Okay. If I could have your attention, I hope everybody enjoyed your dinner and your conversation. It looked like everybody was enjoying that. If I could, I'd like to talk about our next award winner, the Carroll H. Dunn Award of Excellence. As some of you probably know, the Carroll Dunn Award of Excellence was established in 1985 and named after its first recipient, General Dunn, to honor an individual who's made significant achievements in improving the engineering and construction industry. This award is CII's highest honor, and it's recognized as one of the most prestigious awards in our industry. And this year, CII is really pleased to present the Carroll Dunn Award of Excellence to Mr. John Dalton, Sr. So if I could, I'm going to talk a little bit about John and his resume and why he's so deserving. Professionally, he's really added to the success of three major EPC firms, Bechtel, Shaw, and Wood Group Mustang, and he currently works as a senior advisor to the board of directors of the Zachary Group. John's played key roles in the development and execution of projects as project manager. He's really advanced project systems at all the companies he's worked for. And at Wood Group Mustang in particular, he was really the driving force behind their company's decision to join CII. And he really ensured the integration and the implementation of the best practices across their systems and within all of their projects. But I also want to go back to a time when he was a project manager at Bechtel. And for some of the people who nominated John for this award, they pointed out that one of the projects he managed was during the rebuilding of Kuwait and extinguishing oil well fires. And in particular, he initiated some contacts with the largest Antonov aircraft to move equipment quickly around the world and put out these fires. And it was really the first time that a Russian plane of that type was ever allowed to enter U.S. airspace and land. So there's nothing that he can't accomplish. And in particular, this airlift was the largest airlift ever done since the Berlin crisis, when we had the Berlin airlift. So there are some really earth-moving types of projects that John's been affiliated with. But throughout his career, he really served the industry in all kinds of different ways. In 2010, he was inducted in the National Academy of Construction, and that's really fitting for all that he's done for the industry. In his service to CII in particular, he was a longtime board member from Wood Group Mustang. He was a member of the Executive Committee, Strategic Planning Committee, Finance Committee, Membership Committee, Globalization Committee. He was the chair of the board, and he was also a Richard L. Tucker Leadership and Service Award recipient in 2011. He'd been an active member of ECC for over 30 years, and he's a past chairman of ECC. And he's principally noted in ECC for development of their Future Leaders program. So he was a real driving force behind that. In 2015, he received their highest honor, their prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award. He's also really well known in academia for all his work with the universities and really developing the linkage between academics and our industry. Part of this was his belief that universities should be teaching the CI research and best practices, and so he began being involved with their construction management program. And so he's actually on their boards and helps advise several universities to improve their linkage to the industry. And that includes the University of Texas at Austin, our Department of Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering, two departments within the University of Houston, Texas A&M College of Architecture and their Department of Construction Science. In the University of Houston, there's a College of Technology, and at Arizona State, with the Dell Webb School of Construction, he's on their Leadership Advisory Council. But at the University of Houston in particular, under his leadership and guidance, founded the first process and industrial construction management degree program in the country. He personally marshaled the industry and the university to support this and helped them find resources to jumpstart the program. Today, it's a thriving program. It's a real example for other universities around the country, and it's making a tremendous impact, especially along the Gulf Coast. In 2013, he was recognized by a number of companies and individuals who contributed to the John Dalton Senior Process Industrial Construction Management Endowment Scholarship. So there's a named scholarship fund for him at the University of Houston. Earlier this summer, he was presented with a Distinguished Alumni Award from the University of Houston, and that's fitting because John received 2 degrees there. One was a bachelor's degree in business and a master's degree in construction management. I also want to read to you just a couple things. There were several letters of support for his nomination. One came from Jim Porter, who many of you know worked for a long time at DuPont. He said, I know John's ethics and integrity to be of the highest standards personally and professionally. He is known as a person you can trust to always do the right thing. I don't think there's really any higher praise than that, but Jim Porter goes on to say, John's always been willing to share his knowledge and expertise with others to help them achieve their maximum potential. And I think that's another theme that, as the letters kept rolling in for John's nomination for this, was really it's that idea of selfless service, that he's really trying to help the youth, the people in college, the people at his company. He would rather be in the background and having them have the limelight, even though he was an executive for many, many years at some really great and respected companies. A letter from Rick Haller, who's a retired president of Walbridge, also supports this idea. Rick wrote, oftentimes it is the people that cast large shadows that are in the limelight that get noticed and recognized. But I believe that the men and women that have the greatest impact in this world are those who make great impact and do it all without the fanfare and public display. John Dalton is one of those leaders, not seeking the limelight, but quietly working to make a positive difference using all his talents, his passion, and generosity with a humble heart. And I think that generosity extends for John beyond just our industry. He and his wife Lisa are prominent members of the Houston community, where they volunteer a lot of their time and resources. They've really given back a lot of ways to the community over the years. They're involved with a charity organization called Love Fosters Hope that supports foster families and foster children. They support a group of free clinics that serve 2 counties in the Houston area. Lisa, John's wife, is a registered nurse, and she uses her skills and time to volunteer with the clinics. They're also actively involved with their church and the mission and outreach programs of their church. John is here tonight with his wife Lisa, and they have 5 children, but 2 of their children and their daughter-in-law is here as well. Ashley, Brad, and Brittany are here. If you could stand, and Lisa too. We know that the family is... Thank you for being here. I can tell you firsthand that it doesn't happen without strong support at home, and so I know that much of John's success comes from the family. So it comes all from you? Okay, good. But they have 5 kids and 8 grandkids, and I'm sure they enjoy every moment with their family. In closing, Wayne Crew wrote that John embodies the very attribute of a Carroll H. Dunn awardee. He's made significant contributions to the industry. He's demonstrated his dedication to improving the safety, cost, scheduling, and quality capital projects. And Wayne said that he could think of nobody else as deserving as John for this award. Given how much respect and admiration I have for Wayne Crew, I believe that to be correct. So please join us in congratulating John on this well-deserved award.
trying to get rid of the glare, and it's not going to go away. Thank you very much. And Stephen, thank you really for that introduction and kind words. To the Executive Committee, I want to say thank you for honoring me with this prestigious award, and I am really humbled beyond words. I especially want to thank Wayne Burchett. I know many of you know Wayne. Spent his career with Eastman Chemical, and Wayne Crew for nominating me. Also want to thank my amazing wife that I've been blessed with for 30 years. And she supported me in every endeavor. Some of them have been quite crazy. I've drug her all over the world, and many times on a very short notice, but she always makes it a positive and growing experience. And then there's CII. I actually want to thank CII. I want to begin with thanking General Dunn. Many of you know the namesake of this award. He led the construction industry cost effectiveness project that was sponsored by the Business Roundtable that actually led to the creation of CII. I also want to thank my very good friend Richard Tucker, along with the 28 organizations that founded CII in 1983, for their foresight and commitment to this industry. There's no other organization that brings together the brightest and the smartest people in our industry, along with academia, to create innovative solutions for this great industry that we are all blessed to be part of. And personally, I feel very blessed to have spent my career in this industry. If you stop and think about it, everything we design and build is for the betterment of society. I've had the honor to actually work with and know all 5 CII directors. That in itself says I've been around a while. I know each one of them, and I've watched them as they've led this organization into the next phase of growth and challenges and continual drive for solutions to improve our industry. I cannot tell you how much I've learned over the years from the many individuals that I've had the opportunity to work with as they have spent their personal time and energy to serve in this organization. Everyone here tonight should be proud of what you are doing within CII and the lasting impact you're having on the industry. It's almost overwhelming for me to think about the number of lives that have been saved or affected due to the emphasis put on safety standards in the industry by CII. The focus that all accidents are preventable created a new level of awareness and caring for others. This has and will continue to have generational impact. What a tremendous legacy for this organization. Legacy. Legacy to me is not about a job position or a title. It's not about awards or recognition. It's about the lives of individuals you touch every day and the positive impact that you can have on them. It may not be obvious, and in many cases you may never know the full extent of the impact and those life-changing events and what really creates a legacy. CII is an organization, and the many individuals that have served in it, past, present, and future, will undeniably have a legacy that goes well beyond this generation. So in closing, I again want to thank you. By no means am I deserving of this award. To me, the real honorees are the thousands of individuals that have been part of CII over the past 34 years and have brought forward their ideas and solutions to not only improve our industry, but impact the many lives that they've touched because of CII. Thank you very much.